Uncle Tom, you at Walmart. What is your purpose? What is really, let's keep it real. Okay, you know everything that had happened. You know the little beef that's going on. Because this thing is really, it's really, when you think about it, it really involves race. It really do. I walk in the store, I comes out. You don't give a fuck. The first thing goes out of your mouth. Have a good day. When people say have a good day, and I'm talking specifically to you, Uncle Tom, that work at Walmart, because you is a def. I didn't know that I was dealing with an Uncle Tom. What is your purpose? Are you is you doing it because it's a store policy? Because guess what? If you really was a genuine individual person, I can disrespect you all kinds of ways, but I ain't gonna do that. I can. I can disrespect you all kind of ways, but I ain't gonna do it. But you at Walmart, somebody said in the comment section, I went and I read the comments, and they said sound like they just doing their job. And you know what I said? No, I didn't reply to that comment yet. You know what? You know what I was when I do reply to that comment, I'm going. Well, they already get it in the video. Uh, they just making the white supremacist talking points. When they say I'm just doing my job, those are the same talking points that white folks use. White folks love when black people, Hispanic people repeat those repeated talking points of what they want to hear as being a slave. Now, let's go back to this. Have people say have a good day. What does that mean? What does that mean? That wait a minute. People say have a good day. The that doesn't mean they are genuine. People say have a good day, but that doesn't mean that they're genuine. Now, look, man. Okay, I get it. It's the store policy. People tell you have a good day. It's normal for people to walk out and say, "What's up? How you doing?" Like I do it. You know what I'm saying? But it's a difference between with me when I speak to somebody or when I speak to a brother, it's coming from a good place. Now, this is not to shoot nobody down. You know, I ain't shooting nobody down. But this brother know that I had beef with he know from him talking to me, he know I don't deal with white so-called white people like that. But he do. He probably feel like it's stupid of me is to say, uh, feel some type of way that he's telling me personal, have a good day. What the fuck do you mean when you say what is your purpose? We ain't co- like I has nothing to do. Look, I care about my people, but the mindset that you have, respectfully, I wouldn't even invite you around in my presence, Brahma. You ain't to be trusted because you clearly gave the enemy my channel. Now, let me ask you something. Now, I know everybody can get the channel. Everybody, people do that. Just like people give their phone numbers. Some people don't get their phone numbers out. But this is in the public. I get it. It's in the public eye. You gonna say that? That's your justification. Why you getting so mad at me of giving your YouTube channel out when it's in the public eye? What you tripping about? That's probably what he's saying. I know it. But my thing is this: why, in specifically, would you give a so-called white man? Did you really, honestly, be honest with yourself? Keep it real. Did you actually do that? Now you are knowing that. You already know. You know I'm not good with these so-called white folks. You know that. You know it. You know it within your own brain. You saw the interaction that I had with that so-called white man. You right? You was right there while I'm kind of debating. So you already know right then and there. Guess what? Let me tell you what. Maybe you didn't know, and I'm still giving you the benefit of the doubt. But I ain't gonna lie. I'm still, I was pissed off. You got to be careful when you do that. You got to be careful who you do that to, brother. The people in New Orleans don't play that type of stuff. Yeah. So be careful doing that to certain people. When somebody give you information, it's for you. Just like if somebody give you money or give you or do something for you, like, hey, I bought you this, I bought you this. This is specifically is for you. Don't give it to nobody. This is only dedicated to you. When something is for you, it's for you. Just like mail. Would you go and take my mail? And this is just hypothetically. Would you take somebody else's mail that they trusted you with and go and hand it to somebody else? No. Me and you are told, I can see that you're not genuine. You know what you'll do? You're the type of person, you will turn your own people in to the white man or to the so-called the authorities. That, let's just say, this is just hypothetically. What if he would have got my channel? I'm not saying, I'm just hypothetical. And then said, the things he's educating his people on in his mind, he may not come out and say, I'm just saying hypothetically. Let's go and unalive this person. Let's just make up a scenario and say that, which I know is, I'm just hypothetically. And something happens to that person. How would you feel? Keep it real. But I still say that was plumb, that was evil. That was evil what you did. That was evil of giving that so-called white man my YouTube channel. That was evil. And you're speaking to me in the store, have a good day, as if you haven't did nothing wrong, nothing. And I told you that I didn't appreciate that. I don't like Uncle Tom's. I don't like, that's a sign you hate yourself. You're not satisfied with yourself. What is your purpose of really saying have a good? Is it a habit? Is it a tradition that you have to do it because that's what the job requires? Yeah. Because last I checked, I gave you, but what I should have did, I should have prayed and talked to the Most High before I did. I'm gonna tell you why I'm saying what I'm saying. That way you won't be confused about. why I speak, why I'm saying what I'm saying. I got something I want to show you into this. I'm gonna show you why I'm saying what I'm saying. Because see, unlike me, I can prove everything. This is coming from Ecclesiastes chapter 6. Ecclesiastes chapter 6 and verse uh 7. Ecclesiastes chapter 6 and verse 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him. I basically thought you probably might have would have been a good friend. But I see whose side you on. You're on the devil's side. You are the enemy to yourself. You is against yourself, homie. You really is. You are. It ain't no way in the world. The knowledge and the understanding that I have now, and if I see a so-called white man mistreating, I got something else for you. I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna prove to you everything that I'm saying is right into the world. I'm gonna prove to you what I'm saying. I'm not saying nothing wrong. I'm gonna prove it to you. Let's go to Exodus chapter 2. I'm fixing to prove everything that I'm biblically. This is biblical. This is a history book. The Bible is a history book. Exodus chapter 1 and verse 11. And it came to pass in those days when Moses was grown that he went out unto his brethren, talking about his Hebrew, and looked upon their burdens. And he spotted an Egyptian smiting in Hebrew. He saw an Egyptian. This Egyptian was an African. And in Hebrew, he spotted an Egyptian smiting a Hebrew, one of his brethren. One of his brothers. Moses got mad when he was pissed off when he saw this shit. And he looking this way and that way. That means he looked around like, oh, I'm gonna let these motherfuckers slide. And he looking this way and that way. And when he saw that there was no man, when he saw nobody wasn't looking at him, he slew the Egyptian and hid him in the sand. Moses did not play about his people. Moses did not play about his people. Moses he got down. See, in the Christian church, they teach us the love, God loves everybody, and don't you ain't supposed to hit back, and you supposed to sit there and turn the other cheek and all that. That's a bullshit lie. Came from the white man, the Roman Catholics. No, you ain't supposed to sit there and let people hurt you. If you can, you're supposed to protect yourself. The Bible says, and when he looked, and he looking this way and that way, and when he saw that there was no man, he slew the Egyptian and hid him in the sand. That means Moses unalived that Egyptian, that other nation of people. And the word racist just simply means just to be for your people. That's what racist means. God is racist. Moses went to handle business. That's right. Moses handled business. See, in the Christian church today, they taught us to be soft, feminine, homosexuals, and all that type of stuff. We supposed to stand up and be men. You not being no man, brother. You being a punk. You're a fucking punk. That's what you are. Because you got to stand up for your people. The so-called white man, white woman, and child is the goddamn devil that the Bible speaks of. Moses didn't pray about his people, boy. The Hebrew, he killed that African. Moses didn't play, baby. Partner, let me tell you something. Moses did not play, homie. No, he did not play. And when he looking this way and that way, when he saw that there was no man, he slew the Egyptian and hid him in the sand. Let's look up the definition of slew. You was a straight coward. All right. The definition of slew. Let's get a slew definition meaning. Okay, let's look. Slew, also slang. Slew. Okay, to turn something such as telescope or a ship spear about fixed point that is usually the axe. Okay. The best synonymous depending on how you are using the word for a large number of amount. Slew, ideal, lot, bunch, heap, plenty, abundance, for a sudden side, skill. Okay. What does slew mean? Slew means to kill, to slay, to unalive somebody. That's what the word slew, slay, slew, kill. It means to kill, slay, destroy, or unalive. That's what it means. Just like that so-called white man took and unalived George Floyd. We're not passionate too much about our people like that. But we gotta. Some people, there ain't no hope for them. Some people were just born to be evil, though. Some people are just natural born, just born to be just demonic and fucking evil. And Uncle Tom, some people are just born to be Uncle Tom because God don't need everybody. Yeah. So that's what that word is. So yeah, what is your damn purpose? You're a very intellectual person. You smart, but you still dumb. You dumb as hell. You got smart, dumb people. Because if you, the definition of being, you can have less knowledge, and if you use your head right, you is considered smart or wise. Wise means that you're able to discern both good and bad. Yep. So what is your what was your purpose to have a good day? You evil. Have a good day. What does that really mean? You just repeating words that your white slave master at Walmart told you to repeat because you're afraid of losing your job. You don't want to lose it. When people say have a good day, what does that really mean? When someone tells you to have a good day, they are essentially offering a polite, friendly farewell, while it usually expresses genuine goodwill. The phrase has evolved into social customs with a few different layers of meaning. It's just a custom. That's all. A custom means just a tradition. Now, when people say have a good day, just because a person tell you have a good day, that doesn't mean that person really cool with you like that. I'm not really cool with this person. It's a lot of people say the same thing that he says. But at the end of the day, you can't go, they ain't gonna take you nowhere and take up the time. They not gonna do, they're gonna like, who the hell is you? You have the most ungenuine, demonic people that will tell you have a good day. So what you saying, you ain't saying shit. You ain't really saying nothing. You know? Anybody can say it's a lot of people tell me have a good day. I go anywhere and people tell me have a good day. Why are they really saying it? Because it's just it's a lot of things we say and do and we don't really mean. We may walk and we poke side people and we do it out of tradition. We don't do it because we really mean it. We'll just do it like, all right, man, what's up, bro? What's up, man? Oh, they may throw your head up. You walking on the street, they walk on the street and know what's up, what's going on, man? Oh, what's happening? We don't really mean that. We just say it out of tradition because it's just something that we done repeated over the years and we just so used, we're accustomed to doing it. You know, when you're accustomed to doing something, it's just a tradition. It's just something that it just come natural. You just do it because, but it doesn't mean people genuinely care about it. People can smile. That's like people smiling in your face. People, just because people look at you and they put a smile on their face, that doesn't mean they like you. Just like, all right, I give you a perfect example. Just because people, and I've seen girls do this here, and I'm using these things hypothetically in this video. Just because a girl would tell you, I wasn't really into him like that. I was just being nice. That's all I was doing. He took it as me thinking I was flirting with him. No, I wasn't doing that. I did it because I just genuinely just wanted to do something nice. It had nothing to do with wanting to be with him. He ain't my type. I was just being nice to him. That's it. You see what I'm saying? So the same thing applies when people just don't genuinely care about you like that. They'll turn around and just say, have a good day. Why? Not because it's something that they really want to get to know you, or they really want, I mean, excuse me, that they really genuinely just care as a friend or a family member or something like that. They just do it because it's a tradition. They just do it just like if you get a job at a Family Dollar or something like that. You see what I'm saying? You get a job at a Family Dollar or something like that, and then they tell you now you have to greet people when they come in. You have to do that and this and that. You're gonna follow along with that because you want to keep your job, and that's how it works. You see what I'm saying? That's how it works. People can look at you. Think about it. If you go into any store in the Walmart, people can speak to you and smile at you, but that doesn't mean just because people put a smile on their face, that doesn't mean that they're genuine. You get where I'm going with this? Just because people say have a good day, that doesn't mean that they're genuine and they really give a damn. It's a lot of people use that word. Anybody, people in my family say that. People in my neighborhood say have a good day. But that doesn't mean that they're genuine people because they say it. Everybody that has a knowledge and is well versed in the Bible, that means automatically that everybody is actually living every piece of those words in that book. That's a lie. Yeah, it's a lie. That doesn't mean that they live in every piece of the word in the book. Just because people say have a good day, that doesn't mean it's no different from Christianity. It's no different from a fake Christian. People can hide behind anything, have a good day, and can be some of the most diabolical demons you ever want to think of. Can be some of the biggest damn demons you ever want to lay your hands on. That's why a lot of people, I really don't do. Now, the thing about it is, you really, like I tell you, don't. I don't even want to have another conversation with you, man. I don't. Don't put me in your Uncle Tom stuff. I ain't in that shit. You ain't making me look bad. You leave me out of that shit. You doing that by yourself. Mm-mm. Hell no. You can leave me out of that shit. I ain't got nothing to do with no shit like that. You gonna look bad. You gonna look bad by your damn self. Yeah. Yeah, don't sit up there. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna talk some more on this here. Yeah, you need this message though. Because people say have a good day doesn't mean they are genuine. That's why I named the video. People say have a good day doesn't mean they are genuine. And that's true. Everybody, people can say, "Hey, what's up? What's going on? What's happening, bro? What's happening, brother?" That don't mean that they genuinely care about that person because that's what they do. We know we live in a society where people just say things. Yeah, people just say things. Have a good day. It's a lot of people say that every day. You hear it. It's common. That don't mean I'm gonna be like, oh, these people really genuine to her. No, I don't say that. Yeah, man. Yeah, but I'm so glad I found out. I'm gonna do some more videos about this, and I'm gonna talk some more about this here. But like I said, bro, that was evil what you did. Yeah, that was evil, man. So I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm falling asleep, so that means I need to get in the bed, bro. Yeah, so my mother, let me go ahead and check on her one more time. She right there. Of course, I'm right there in the hallway. I can see her. Yeah. So I'm gonna see y'all later, man. That's all I got for right now. I'm sleeping. I guess I'm about to fall out. Not literally. All right, I'll see y'all later.